Well, hello. Welcome to Prophesy and Proclaim. You are God's daughter, and I'm glad to be here just to share a word of encouragement with you. I just wanted to inspire you for May. God wants you to know that it's time to stop hiding. He wants you to come out from hiding and do those things that He has put in your heart to do. And I am one that is going to have to heed this prophetic word as well. But in May, God says things are going to be a little bit messy, but He still wants to do miracles through you. So it's not going to be neat and perfect and packaged in the way that you may expect it. And so if you're waiting for things to be perfect, He wants you to get over that mindset and trust Him enough to heed what you hear in your heart so that you can do what He has called you to do. And when you do that, miracles are going to begin to happen. I am reminded of when Jesus healed the blind man in the Bible. That miracle was produced through spit and mud, and so it was messy. And so God wants you to not look for Him in a traditional way, but He is going to move in ways that you may not expect in this month. We're going to see some messiness and even some mayhem in the world during this month of May, but God wants you to stay focused on the message of the gospel, that He came that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. And in order for you to be a part of the abundance that He has for you, you're going to have to step out. So I hear kind of come out from wherever you are. You are needed in this season. God has a miracle in your mouth for someone. I believe that if you're on YouTube and you're listening for prophetic words, I believe that means more than likely that you are seeking God and you know that you have a calling to do something very special, but you may feel a little bit insecure and you may not feel ready. But God is saying again, don't wait for things to be perfect. Seek me and you will find me if you seek me with your whole heart, and I will begin to show you the little steps that you can take that are going to begin to lead to big impact. So, in the mayhem that we're going to see going on in the world, the other thing that I heard God say is the only place of safety is in refuge with Him. So we can try to get under a lot of things, under security cameras and other methods to be safe, but He says your safety is in refuge with Him. He is your safe haven, your shelter, your sanctuary, your protection, your security. And so I also want to encourage you in this month of May to take some time to meditate and fully engage with Psalm 91, that the Lord is your fortress and He is your refuge. He is that security and that safe place. We're coming into a time where, we are hiding from our gifts, but hiding from the trouble that's in the world is not going to, it's going to get harder and harder unless you take your refuge in Him. So stop hiding your gifts, but hide under the shadow of the Almighty as you go forth doing what He has called you to do. There's a miracle in your mouth, so begin to speak forth, encouraging others and declaring over yourself. And remember that God's not going to do things tidy and neat in this season, so do not be offended by His ways. Don't be offended if the miracle comes from someone who was once messy, maybe in your life. Maybe they were a problem. Maybe they came to hurt you or harm you emotionally. Maybe they, I think the young people say before shady, it was messy, and maybe there was a messy situation, but God may use that same person to bless you. Doesn't mean that you have to go back into relationship with them, but don't be too prideful to take and allow God to use whoever He wants to use in this season to bless you. Maybe it was a muddy or messy situation, but God is going to bring a miracle out of it. So I just really wanted to share that with you and to come and to prophesy and proclaim. Thank you for being subscribed to this channel. And you can also catch me on Spotify, iTunes, on Hello God's Daughters. It's a podcast. Some of the words may be similar, but I'm able to go more in depth there. So feel free to subscribe over there. We're planning to have more special guests. We just did a really powerful interview there with Cammie Wilk of Bibles, Babies, and Business. And so go over there. It's Hello God's Daughters, and check out that podcast. And I hope to see you back here soon. Be blessed.